Well, Emma, congratulations on your Radio Kerry Randle's Brothers Award. You're just after receiving it. You tell me it's your first Kerry award.
My first Kerry award. Thank you very much. Very proud. I know, apart from my powerlifting, I've never really been into sports or never been very competitive. So once I discovered this, where it's all started the last couple of years.
Yeah. Now, give us a little background about yourself. You're a Killarney girl, and tell us about your family and where you were born and reared.
Well, I was born in Dublin, but we moved. My dad is a Killarney man, and we moved to Killarney when I was very young, before I started secondary school. And then I grew up here, went back to Dublin when I was about 20. Been living and working in Dublin. I train in Dublin, but would also train with my brother down here when I come down every second weekend. I work as an accountant, and then I train for powerlifting four times a week.
What would be your memories of growing up in Killarney?
The mountains, very much the mountains. Going up to Torque Mountain or Marrington Mountain on a Sunday, Mucker's House, going to those places. Even before we moved to Killarney, we were forever coming down here on our holidays, so it was always out sightseeing, going out to the mountains.
Would you have been involved in sport when you were living in Kerry, Emma?
No, not at all. No, I would have played a bit of basketball at school or running and that kind of thing, but nothing has ever taken my fancy. Nothing that I ever really loved. So no, it's much later in life.
So your sport is drug-free powerlifting. Explain to us what it's all about, how you got involved in it, and why the importance of drug power. Or drug-free.
Yeah. Well, I got involved about 2 years ago. I started working with a personal trainer just to try and stay in shape, and he introduced me to deadlifting, which is where I figured out or realised how much I loved it. And just from literally looking on the internet and finding an Irish federation that you can compete in, I took it from there. So it's just the last 2 years. I mean, the drug-free, it's a sport that's, I suppose, like a lot of sports nowadays, it is riddled with steroids or performance-enhancing things. So it is very important that I did compete with a drug-free federation, they do take it very seriously, and it just means you're on an even kind of playing field. You're not going up against somebody who is taking something or. But it's extreme, and anyone who competes with the IDFPA, it's extremely important, and probably the reason why they've chosen the IDFPA.
And of course, I should have said at the very start, you're a world champion. That's the reason why you're getting the award.
Yeah.
Tell us about what it feels like to be a world champion in your sport, and where did the sport bring you to?
Literally, where did it bring me to? It brought me to the World Championships were on in Sicily, which is an amazing experience. There was 27 Irish people on the team. Just to be part of that was amazing. The Irish team itself actually finished third, which was great. I think England came second, and or Italy probably came first. So what was your question? Sorry.
Yeah, and what does it feel like to be world champion?
It's a little bit surreal. I don't think it really has sunk in yet. To be honest, my focus is purely on next year now and trying to qualify again, getting through the nationals. That it's kind of I've done it, and it's kind of like it's move on to try and retain it now for next year, especially as it will be on in Killarney.
How have you been recognised, Emma, here in Killarney or here in Kerry? And how do people perceive you? And as you said, the World Championships are going to be on in Killarney, I presume, where?
In the
NEC.
Yeah. I don't think anything has really changed, to be honest. I suppose my life is kind of in Dublin, so I don't know an awful lot of people in Killarney anymore, apart from family and a few close friends.
And Randle's and Radio Kerry.
Randle's, I now extended, yeah, it's all extended. But yeah, my life will be in Dublin, and the reaction I've had up there has been amazing, especially with people who aren't involved in the sport. Who I suppose like work colleagues and friends. It's been fantastic. But it was.
But yours is a drug-free sport.
It's a drug-free sport.
But how are we guaranteed that it's drug-free?
It was testing. There's out of competition testing, and then there's in competition testing. Within competition, I think that there's 10% will always be tested, and it's randomly picked. And then there's out of competition testing, which is literally to show up on your doorstep. And if you refuse to test, you will automatically be disqualified or banned from the federation.
So finally, Emma, what would a week entail in the life of Emma Kiely? and in relation to your diet and resting and things like that?
A week in the life. I suppose work Monday to Friday. I train 4 times. Food wise, I would try and eat as clean as I possibly can. I haven't. I suppose I've been a little break since the competition, but it is just to eat, I suppose, non-processed food. Because the more I can eat quite a lot of food for training because you need it for strength. But it's to eat good food, and you do notice the difference if you don't.
I suppose getting this particular award means a lot to you.
I mean, absolutely, it's amazing. It's all a little bit surreal. It's trying to. I mean, I'm 41 years of age at this stage, and just to think that at this stage of my life that I can do this is unreal.
Well, then, Melissa, thanks for talking to us on Radio Kerry, and congratulations on your award anyway, and the best of luck. You're a world champion. It's a very rare thing in any sport, and any person that wins a world title in any sport, you have to have something special. And we'll all be looking forward to the INEC, the Gleneagle next year when the World Championships are. Come here, thanks for talking to me.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Rishi.